Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to be doing the layers of the neck and the retropharyngeal space. So it's a very cool video, and as always we got a little mnemonic going on, and then I'll show you guys kind of what we're doing. So let's do the mnemonic first. So the mnemonic's a good one. So it's sure sex is my very desire. So that's me telling the girls my dreams. She has the green eyes, she has everything I'm looking for, and she gives me the no. But that's okay, it's all good. We're just here for the layers of the neck anyway. So let's kind of write this out again. So once again, sure sex is my very desire. So we're going to use, like all mnemonics, or most mnemonics, the beginning letter of each of these words. So SSIMVD, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be 6 layers. And as usual, so we're in this area, we're in the neck. We're going to have the skin as the first layer, and then we're going to have, and there's nothing really important about that one. Then we're going to have our superficial layer. So the superficial layer is filled with fat. The platysmal muscle is going to be found there, and our facial muscles, or our expression muscles of the face, are going to be found there. So it's all up in here. It's all our superficial layer. Now we're going to be doing the investing layer. So we have the investing layer. The investing layer is going to have the sternocleidomastoid and the trapezius muscle. So you have the investing layer. And keep in mind, after the superficial layer, we all kind of go technically deep, but there's another space called deep as well, so it's kind of odd. So this next one, we're going to have muscular, from muscular. And it's going to have our infrahyoid muscles. So infrahyoids, all the muscles under our Adam's apple. So infrahyoid muscles. So infrahyoid, down here. So sure sex is my very. So visceral is a visceral layer, and that's going to have our pharynx, it's going to have our esophagus, it's going to have our thyroid gland. So that's going to be a very important layer, and it's going to be important because it's going to be one of the borders in between our retropharyngeal space. I'm going to kind of draw it down like that. And so that is the retropharyngeal space. I'll get to that in just a moment. Let me finish off the layers. So this final layer is going to be called the deep layer, or you could call it the prevertebral layer for the mnemonic sake. Deep is better, but prevertebral is what they commonly call it, because it has our prevertebral bodies, our prevertebral bodies in there, and it has the scalene muscle, which is the deeper muscles of the neck. Prevertebral works. So now we'll get into the retropharyngeal space. So the retropharyngeal space is very clinically important because it's a major site of infection, and the infection is quite dangerous if it spreads. So the name works for us, retropharyngeal. So it's retro, so it's behind. Pharyngeal is another way to say pharynx. So it's behind the pharynx. It's a space behind the pharynx. And it's extremely clinically important. So, and the name is kind of a misnomer too, because there's 2 layers, or 2 different areas or spaces, but it's hard to differentiate unless there is an infection. So like I said before, it is a major site of infection. And it's a major site of infection because it allows different infections going on in our oropharyngeal cavity to travel through, or using the retropharyngeal space, that infection can travel to our mediastinum. So our mediastinum is our stomach cavity, or stomach wall, or stomach area, and so it has all of our organs, and our mediastinum is where all our, like, our heart is, our lung, our stomach, our liver, and so therefore we don't want any infection coming from our mouth traveling through the retropharyngeal space, or the danger space as they call it as well, to infect any of the rest of our body. Like I said, there's 2 parts. There's an anterior portion and a posterior portion. The posterior portion is considered the danger zone because it's the area that gets infected and allows the infection to spread. But so yeah, that's pretty much sums up what we're talking about. Main things to take away is that it's a major site of infection, and it's like that because it's like a road between our neck and our oral cavity, and our infections that can go on in our face to our mediastinum. Thanks for watching, guys.